Hey guys.
Hi Angelo.
I got a new haircut today. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you guys about. So tomorrow and Wednesday, with the elections going on, there's also going to be a simultaneous referendum also happening. So when you're on voting.utoronto.ca, aside from the fall elections, you're also going to see a referendum question that you guys can access. So this is important. If you guys remember from, or were at the general meeting that we had the other week, you'll remember I was talking about a levy that we lost last year that expired. And that was a capital and computing services levy. That was used primarily to fund major projects at the college, such as the renovations of this lounge, Wetmore Lounge, the atrium in 45 Wilcox, as well as helped fund the student center that's downstairs in this building. So really great projects that help kind of renew the college and make sure that you guys have the best possible facilities to augment your experience, your undergrad experience. So it's really important that we have this levy. And so what's going to happen tomorrow and Wednesday is we're holding this referendum. You'll be able to vote yes or no to the question of whether or not to implement this capital levy. We're actually splitting it up into two things. So before it was the capital and computing services levy, now it's actually going to be split. One levy is going to be the capital levy, one levy is going to be the computing and services levy. So it's only actually the capital one that we're voting on tomorrow. And that one is equivalent to, I think, it's something like $7 more in your tuition. Not really a big price to pay for like the amazing work of these lounges or anything like that that these levies can accomplish. And over this levy will last over a 5-year period, and I believe the project that they're thinking of putting the money towards is a new kind of public square that's going to be located actually just over at Wilcox and Huron Street. So they want to renovate that entire corner actually to make it look really great for you guys. So I mean, if New College is something that you guys are really enjoying right now and you want to make this place better, then vote yes for the referendum. That's it.
All right, just simple procedure for tonight's elections. Just because there are 32 candidates running for the 4 positions, the order of which you guys will be presenting will be social, then IFP, then first-year reps, then NCC. You will be chosen at random. I actually just formulated the list, so random has already been chosen. As far as everyone in the room, voting starts tomorrow, or tonight at midnight at voting.utoronto.ca. There are links on the general Facebook group, as well as if you see the voting posters around, you can scan the QR barcode, which is the little BBM barcode thing, and it will take you straight to the website. All candidates, we are enforcing a strict 2-minute rule. I will be standing in the back, raising one of my 2 hands when you reach halfway through, and at 2 minutes you will be cut off. Afterwards, after each person presents, all candidates will be up for panel discussion and questions. So all first years, all NCC, all social, and all IFP will be paneled together. And you are being recorded right now, and this is for purposes for anyone who cannot attend tonight's meeting, that they will be able to hear your speech, and it will be available until Wednesday at 6 p.m. when voting closes. Any general questions? All right, can I have the social directors standing up? So come up. All right, the order in which they are presenting is actually almost in the order they're standing. It's going to be Michelle Lee, then Mike, and then Sophia. All right, 2 minutes.
That's what I like to hear. For those of you who don't know, my name is Michelle. I'm running for social director. And for those of you who don't know why we were yelling, it was because that's our way of greeting each other. So at New College, we are distinct, and with such a huge university, we really want a community. So that's why we do it. So where do you find, like, how do you kickstart like your social life? For me, these are important questions a social director should address. I remember my first week as a freshman. I was at Burger King eating a Whopper, yes, on a Wednesday alone, and it was because my two friends were like in class and I didn't have anybody to talk to. And so what it is that at the end of the day, what we really need is a community, a place where we belong. If it weren't for the people here, I don't think I would have got this far in university, and it's because of New College. Being a social director means more than just planning events and sending surges of adrenaline throughout your body, though I will do that too. It means helping people out and finding New College spirit. I want to bring up like more variety of activities so that that person that loves music doesn't have to go shooting paintballs because they don't want to. So if you want someone committed to showing you a good time, I'm your girl. If you have ideas and you don't want to plan them, just look for me. So with experience under my belt and familiarity with the life at New College, you can be rest assured that, sorry, I'm nervous. You can be rest assured that everything will be taken care of and I will not let any of you down. So as a prospecting social director, I look forward to serving you as New College students and working with Fred, who is our social director, because if it weren't for you, this wouldn't be new. Thank you. Shout out to Michael, it's his birthday today.
Hi guys, my name is Michael Wu. I am running for the position of social director. You might know me better as Magic Mike. I just want to start off by telling you guys about my own perspective of New College. I had a really rough summer socially, and when I came back this September, I really tried to get involved, and I really did frosh, and I really tried to go out to all the New College events. And it really fixed me up because it's not only that you have fun at these events, but for me personally, it really brought a huge sense of community and spirit and like friendship. And I made so many friends. And what I want to do is that I don't only just want to make events for people. I think that's like half of it. I think that when you make events, you get people to come out and you have the fun that you want to go to, right? But what I really want to push for is I want to go out to all of my events and I want to go talk to people and I want to make them to feel the same sense of security and New College spirit and community that really saved my life, and I think that's really awesome. So if you guys want to have more off-campus events, like going to a Halloween haunt, or if you guys want to go to the Harborfront for skating, big off-campus events where you can meet people and have a lot of fun, then vote for me. And more importantly, like I said, the main thing, even above all of that, is to really push for that sense of New College community and spirit, which I keep talking about, and I love it so much. And what I want to do is I want to go talk to each and every one of you and give you the same sense of spirit that that saved my life. So vote Magic Mike for social director. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Sophia Zarsky, and I too am running for social director. So there's three of us. So obviously, all the candidates, we all really would love to be social director, and we all, I think everyone who's in this room, you're here, and that means you're dedicating part of your life to being part of a New College community. And all of us have so far been really using community as a buzzword, but like, you really can't undermine how important that is. For me, like, I'm in my second year, and last year I didn't really have enough of an opportunity to feel like I was part of the New College community, and going into this year, I couldn't feel more at home. And part of that was because of frosh, and part of that is because everybody's been so outgoing and wonderful. And so one thing that I would love to do, as elected social director, would be to use some of that ice, not necessarily icebreakers that we use during frosh, but to be what would, whoa, but to change some of the format of our social events, because as everyone said, half of it is planning the events, and the other half is really bringing that sense of community. And I think that if there was some way for people to meet new people more actively during events, instead of just coming with their friends and hanging out with their friends and leaving with their friends, if there was something built into the event to actually make sure that you're meeting new people and you're trying new things and, you know, being part of New College, and I think that'd be really, really excellent. So yeah, I have a lot of experience planning events. I've actually planned a wedding before. But pretty much I just would really love to be here to be able to represent you guys and all that good stuff. So once again, I'm Sophia Zarski. I like to dance. Vote for me.
All right, we could have all three social directors up again for questions. You don't even have to sit down. All right, do we have any questions from the crowd? Jack?
Yeah, so as I'm sure all of you guys know, we already have a social director that was elected previous fall election, or spring election, sorry. So he's already planned a large portfolio of social events, but I'm curious, how do you guys plan on contributing to that, on augmenting that, more than just helping him do what he's doing? How are you guys use that?
Okay, so while addressing the question, that's why we have two directors, right? So everybody's 2 cents count, and how I want to go about is hearing what other people might think of the event itself, or like some suggestions that people will have, so that we can incorporate that and make that event that much better. And as I said before, there are things that might not work for some people. Like for example, like I brought up, I'd love to like maybe go see a musical instead of like paintballing, just because people who like that might not like paintballing or like the other activities. So that's how I go about. So with that in mind, I could okay. There's more than just like one type of people.
So I took a look at Fred's budget for the next couple of months, and I don't think I know Fred that well, but I can see already that I think the way I would plan to do things is a little bit differently. Like for instance, I know that he didn't want to do NCSC's Halloween Haunted, and so to me that sounds like he has different kind of ideas for events, and maybe different type of events that he wants to concentrate on, and I have my own. And I don't think that's bad, and I think that's actually a really good thing to actually complement those two things. So that way, both social directors would have a pretty broad view and cover most, or if not all, the types of students and events that New College students want.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there are different people that exist at New College, and I think that that's something that's really cool about having two social directors. Is that, you know, maybe if your interests vary a little bit, maybe people will feel more comfortable approaching one person rather than the other, and they can be like, oh, I'd really like to do this. And so I think that'd be really important. And, you know, like I just said before, is that I really would love to be able to put something into these events structurally so that people really have a chance to meet new people. And I think that's something that, at least for me last year going to New College events, that was lost. So, you know, even if the events are already going to have an outline, to put something in it so that you could have that opportunity, I think would be really important. It would be something that I would
What experience do you guys have with working with budgets and planning events? I know you did a wedding, but like, what did that involve? And like for the other two, like, have you used a budget before to plan big events like this? And like, can you explain to us what your background is?
Well, I actually did an internship with an event planner, so a lot of it has to do with networking, and I feel that I'm very good with my interpersonal skills. And so in that way, even if I don't know somebody, I'm very good at teamwork, and I'm good at working with others. And part of being a social director is having it's hard to have everybody support you, but ideally you want to work well with others. So going back to your question, during my time as like doing an internship with her, I was very organized. I learned a lot of organizational skills. And on top of that, during high school and even during this past year, it's just, I've done clubs and I've contributed a lot and leadership a lot.
Go ahead.
So for me, I have quite a bit of experience actually planning events and working with money. Probably the biggest thing right now is that I'm actually on NCRC. For those of you that don't know, that's New College Residence Council. And I'm the 45 Wilcox president. And we have $20,000 to spend on 900 residents here. And so one of my jobs is to address the concerns of students and also plan events. And we are very careful with the money that we spend as well. Because it's the students' money, and we want to do a good job of that. And I think that so far, and I think that if you ask around, I think a lot of people will tell you that this year's NCRC is a big, big improvement over last year's. And we've maybe put out a lot of better events and had a big head start. In addition, I'm an executive on University of Toronto Big Brothers, and we are actually right now in the middle of reworking a constitution. And for 2 years, I was also the president of the Free the Children organization, and we helped fundraise and work for events to build a school in Kenya. So I have quite a bit of experience in leadership roles and cooperation and teamwork.
For me, I guess my earliest experience would be in high school. I was on my student council for 3 years, being the class president for 2 years, and the responsibilities of that help would be planning events for any range of students between 500 and 2,000. And there was a council of about 6 of us, and we worked with the administration to try to make sure that people's needs were addressed and that we're staying within budget is definitely a huge thing. Definitely also more recently at U of T, I am in high school as well, I work on a lot of theater stuff. So putting on a theatrical production is a lot of work, and it requires a lot of diplomacy when you're dealing with different people, and also in terms of budget and stuff like that. So I definitely, and the wedding as well, which was fun. So, yeah. John is going.
Great, any other questions? Dragon back.
Mike, you mentioned that you were involved in some other organizations, and Michelle, I know you guys are around all the time. Briefly, what are you involved in, and are you going to have the time to both keep your school up and do this other organizations and give the time you need to social director? That's for all three. I just started with Mike.
Okay, sorry. In terms of organizing time, I've been working a job since I was 14. I've done high school on the side, and I've run like various clubs throughout high school. So in terms of what I can handle, I'm very good at it. I mean, I have an agenda where I plan every single hour of every single day. I'm just that picky about things. So, I mean, time, if you really wanted to do something, you'd always be able to make the time for that. And that's really what I believe in. Because when you make that time, say, you can sacrifice a little bit of sleep. Hey, everybody's done it. We're all in university, right? So if you set your mind to it, I don't believe that it's something that you can't handle or you can't do. And there are ways of relieving stress. Like, I go to the gym 3 times a week, and there are so many ways to deal with it. And for myself, I believe that I can do it, and I don't have any doubt that these guys can't do it.
So yeah, biggest thing that I said I was involved with is NCRC. And like I said, we plan a lot of events, and we cater to a lot of new college students. But NCSC holds a lot of events as well. But 70% of those students are resident students as well. So they cater to the same demographic as what NCRC does. So I don't think it's actually a problem that I'd be on NCRC as well. I actually think, if anything, it would actually help, because we're targeting a lot of the same students and the new college community as a whole. So you can actually draw from both ends. If I were elected, I could draw from both NCRC and NCSC resources to push for the same things for the same demographic of students anyways, because I think that NCRC and NCSC need to work better as a team, and I think that's already started this year.
For me, I mean, I love working on extracurriculars, things outside of school. That's actually how I get my schoolwork done. It really motivates me because I know that while I may have to do a lot of readings, I have things that I really like doing that I can look forward to doing. So for me, everyone's busy, and I think that it's okay to have so many things, because if you know how to manage your time, which I definitely feel like I do, it kind of adds to the experience, because, you know, if people, I mean, all of us are involved in so many things, and I think that's a huge asset for all of us as candidates, because we know people on campus, and we have a lot of experience dealing with our time and budgeting our time. So.
Thank you.
All right, we have time for one more question. So bring it to you. All right, you in the back.
Hi. You guys said you're gonna target mostly residents. Are you gonna keep an eye out for commuters, or?
That's towards me, right?
Yeah, that's basically.
I didn't say that I'm directly catering it towards resident students. I'm saying that 70% of NCSC attendees are residents, and it's not that I'm trying to cater towards them. It's just that residents is so convenient and so accessible to the NCSC events, is that it's not like something I control, right? So it just so happens that 70% of them are actually residents. So all I'm saying is that NCRC already caters to all the residents. And in fact, it's not even that completely true, because for instance, we are hosting a karaoke night next month, and we're inviting all new college students all new college students to come as well. So there's a lot of overlap there in that sense. I'm not trying to deliberately cater towards residents, but I do think that a large percentage of the attendees are residents, and I think that it's just an asset that I'm on NCRC as well.
Where do you get your statistics from?
All right, thank you, social directors.